Ooh, welcome. I have to start the reading off by saying welcome. This is a general message. It will not resonate with everybody, okay, as it is general and not personal. Obviously, we have readings going on right now. Whitney Moonshine at gmail.com. The speech impediment is already happening. What up, everybody? I went live for the first time on Instagram for a quick reading. If anybody is over there, posted as a reel. And it was very interesting. So we're going live on Instagram now. It's official. There was nobody there. There was one person, I think. And totally cool. It's just always going to be general messages. I'm kind of trying to maybe get away from always being on YouTube because, like, I don't know. I'm looking at expanding people. So you might have to start having me on all platforms because who knows where I'm going to pop up. I think my sister just sneezed, which is an affirmation. Okay, so yeah. Something new might be happening. I don't really know though. Okay, so we have the 5th house. We got Jupiter and we got Cancer. Okay. So I don't know. I almost feel like a good fortune coming. Yeah, look at it. I said good fortune. Good energy dropped. Something's good here. Something feels good. The way you're expressing yourself, the way you look, the way you're acting. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. So somebody's definitely reached a higher altitude. Okay. Their conscious mind is expanding. Okay. And they are, they got a lot of wisdom going on. They're not fussing about life anymore or bitching about things that they can't change. They're just kind of going with it, like sometimes you get hit, sometimes you have great days. I mean, what else can you say? You're gonna bitch about it all, like, right? I don't know, something big here. And then this Cancer energy, it's like finally maybe now you can move forward. Could be something with family, your roots. Again, that's 5th as well. Excuse overload. As to why you couldn't move forward maybe in the past because you were in shitty energy. You were 6 feet under. Masculine energy. Okay, so maybe somebody needed to kind of check themselves before they wreck themselves. They really had to wake up, start listening to spirit, start listening to themselves before they ended up buried underground. It's like you had to rise again. You had to rise out of the ground. Okay. And there might have been a lot of excuses as to why you were in the ground, right? Instead of getting yourself out, it was, well, I've had a hard life, or I've had a hard day. My wife did this. My kids are like this. I lost my job. Excuse. Like, it's time to change that shit around, like Stop fussing about the bullshit, about the excuses, and just get into better energy, start taking responsibility for things, get yourself out of shitty situations, right? Stop blaming other people for things. It's like reaching a higher level of consciousness, which is very liberating for people to rise out of that, kind of victim mentality or excuse overload mentality, right? Because no one's saying you're trying to do things on purpose, but just because you didn't mean to do something on purpose, you still don't have to make an excuse for it, right? Okay, so what's this Jupiter energy? Infestation as a solo artist. Okay, so somebody might have been really set on not listening to people. Okay, really just like listening to themselves and nobody else, as if nobody else had any good information for them. Nobody else was smart enough for them. Nobody else. I think this person has finally realized by reaching a higher consciousness, you can actually begin to hear people. And although what they say might not be what you would say, it doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong. Okay. So I think somebody is like not really being an idiot anymore. This seems like higher consciousness. Like somebody has finally understood that maybe the people here that are trying to teach them aren't doing it negatively. They're not doing it sarcastically. They're actually trying to make an impact with this person that has been solo for a really long time. They're solo artists. That's what they're used to. Okay, they're used to having everybody against them. They're used to being a one-man show, right? But now it's kind of like there's people are getting in now into this person. They're getting around them now. They're being able to, like somebody's finally letting people in, they're letting information in, and their self-expression is becoming more open, right? More accepting of things. And that's wisdom. That's Jupiter. That's true growth. Like not having to be the smartest one in the group all the time, or being like, I'm smarter than all these people, or these people are fucking idiots. These people can't teach me anything. Like, okay, they might be dumb when it comes to certain conversations, but trust me, people have their own little magical, beautiful mind ways, okay? And you just have to kind of go past the book cover, right? Like maybe this person just didn't want to take advice from people because they thought, everybody was ugly, or they thought people, well, if you're fat, you're not going to have any, wise advice for me, or if you're, you are ugly, or your hair is cut awfully, do you think you're going to have anything to say to me? Very hot dog. That's what I heard. Very like, this guy was the hot dog, the top dog. And now he's realizing that's stupid. Why was I ever like that? Why did I ever think I knew everything? Why did I ever think that somebody couldn't tell me something because, they were homeless? Just because somebody's homeless doesn't mean that they're not smart. Like, some things happen, like they get buried 6 feet under too. Okay. Doesn't mean that they're dumb. Okay. Or they're retarded and they can't tell you something. Right. So I think finally maybe somebody's like, all right, I can understand this now. I get this. I understand where they're going with this. Deja vu. This came up recently. The deja vu is like somebody has seen this happen. Like they have seen themselves. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna watch a video and it's like they've already seen it. Okay, they're gonna have deja vu. They're gonna have something, happen in their life or in their dreams or something like that. And it's gonna pop up in reality. Okay, because now they're starting to let it in. Now they're actually starting to let this wisdom in, and these teachers in that really want to help this person. There's definitely active communication going on. Like I can feel it. It's all over my senses. Like my nose is going off. My ears are going off right now. My third eye's itchy. Like clearly there's a lot that this person experiences in their face. Okay. Like they glitch a lot. They might glitch a lot. Something like that. But I do definitely feel like somebody's expanding. Okay. And that expansion, because they choose to expand and let this good energy in, it locks them into now being able to see the truth. Okay. Like some of us bear the cross of always seeing the truth in everything, and other people are so fucking ignorant to it, they'll see the truth and just walk by it like as if it doesn't exist. Okay. There's different people in this world, and there's people who choose to pay attention, and there's people who choose to just, you know, live their life and not be bothered by anything. Okay. This person, I think, was kind of like that. And now I think they're kind of realizing that that's a very lonely life. Okay. To just act like everybody's dead and that energy doesn't exist and nothing exists. I think this masculine got very tired of living underground, thinking that everything is dead, because everything is alive. Nothing is dead. Okay. If it's dead, it's in a fucking landfill. Okay. If it's alive, it's going to be alive. You know what I mean? So even rocks are alive. Like everything has energy. It carries energy with it. Therefore, it is a source. Therefore, it is alive. Okay. This person believing that everything is dead, that's not right. That's like a plague. That's not reality. So this person is now expanding their mind. They're realizing a lot more than just death. Like, yes, death is there, but before we get there, we experience life. It's not just death right away, okay? Although some of us do live awful fucking lives, okay, and never truly get to enjoy any of it. Just however way the cards have been dealt. Did you see that? I tried to grab all those cards and I dropped it. I'm trying to read the chat. Yo, who is this fucking idiot in the chat? Okay. Crafty! Where's Crafty? Oh, there they are. Yo, you're in between this person who keeps saying that my heart is failing and that my nails are getting away because my heart is failing. Listen. Never mind about what's going on with my nails right now, okay? You just leave my nail. This one I smashed in between kegs, so just leave my nails alone, okay? Maybe they're a little unhealthy right now. My heart is not failing. Jesus, your heart is failing. And they keep writing heart, your heart is falling. Your heart is falling. Is my heart falling? Did I happen to meet somebody new? You just never know if my dreams are coming true. Okay. Let's do this next reading. Here we go. Next message. It's general. Take it if it resonates. I'm going to stop singing because it's annoying me. My ears. Look at G.O.D. just showed up. What has God got to say? And the day just passes by. I swear oh my God, this Under Oath song just started playing in my head. Hey, young faithful, I will love you. What is up with this? Okay, I don't know what is going on. Someone's ready to come home. Okay, God's organized destruction. What are you telling me right now? I'm ready to come. Hey, young faithful. Hey, young graceful. Hey, young loving. I will love you. Hey, young loving. Oh my God, what is all this love? Love, 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 love. Love is all around. Somebody's trying to say the other day, love didn't exist. I was like, honey, if that was true, none of us would be here. Okay, if love didn't exist, what do you think that's how people are created? It's called making love. If love didn't exist, nobody would be here. All right, is there anything else before I start going with this reading? Oh, no. Okay, cards are quiet. Okay. Holy crap, my nose. Whew. Okay, mist. Something's hiding in the mist. Understand. Cards, what are you saying? This is a very weird message. Like, I'm almost feeling like, okay, there's some type of serendipitous moment happening that is creepy as fuck. I don't understand why it's so creepy, but it's creepy. Okay? And it involves your family. Okay? And there's this weird, creepy vampire energy all of a sudden. But it says no. So, no, they're not a succubus energy. No, they're not a vampire. No, they're not creepy. But then I almost feel like there's a relationship that ends, so then something else can begin. And I think that is creepy. Because it's like, when a relationship ends, I don't really feel like this is planned. I feel like it's destruction. It's meant to fall apart. Somebody just doesn't see that. But it's a good thing. It's exactly what's supposed to happen. And it's creepy that it lines up so perfectly because there's nothing actually wrong with it. It just has to end. And like, my nose is so fucking itchy right now. Wow. Okay, so like, it's really hard to see, but the reason why this thing gets torn down is because it's supposed to be yours. But it was given to somebody else. So the only way to get it to you is to tear it down. It's like liquidate it. So something is lined up to die. And it's work related with some type of masculine. It's almost like this masculine is working really hard for something, and no matter what they do, they're still going to lose it because they're working on the wrong thing, or they're not with the right person, or they're not with the right job. So there's some type of traitor here. There's an insider. There was an insider in the live yesterday as well. So there's definitely people that are trying to get information out of you so then they can use it against you in some way. Especially if you're posting something. This just fell. Posting personal information. They might message you to be like, what's this about? Why are you messaging about blah, blah, blah? Because they want to know exactly what's going on. Somebody wants to know what's going on just to be a little gossip girl, you know? So I think, really watch what you put online right now. Watch what you talk about. And there's also this stance that something is about to end. There's a countdown. Everything is a countdown. Everything has a expiry date, right? Whether it's termination, whether it's severing of contracts, whether it's selling a house, an end is always, there has to be an end to everything. Nothing can continue forever. Okay, so if something ends or something gets sabotaged, there's a reason for it. It's just something in the mist. It doesn't feel like it's a bad thing, but it definitely feels creepy. Like, why would this have to happen? Or why would this have to go down like this? Like, it seems like maybe something happens and somebody doesn't really understand why it has to happen, but it has to happen for something else, like to make room for something else. And to expose that somebody is fucking with you and that somebody is some type of insider that's trading information about you or, telling people shit, okay, running their mouth in some way. Okay. So there's definitely something about keeping your mouth shut and not advertising anything until it's done and over with. And even then, I think people put so much of their dirty laundry up. I don't think really people need to know a quarter of the amount of shit that people actually put out there about their lives. But I mean, that's just me. Like, okay, I only tell you guys stories if they come up, but like most of the time, like, no, there's a lot about my life you guys do not know about. You don't ever know about it. I mean, God, that's private shit, okay? Private shit. So just like changing a job, just like going through a divorce, you really don't have to publicize it. You really don't have to talk about it because it kind of feels like somebody wants to know some shit and they don't get to know. It doesn't matter what they want. They're not going to get it no matter how hard they try. So whatever is happening or whatever is about to happen, I would really keep that mouth shut. And do not air this information out. Because, people just want information again, just so then they can exploit you. So they can go around telling everybody so then they can, it's not really because they actually want to know what's going on. Okay, so there's disease in the werewolf. It's possible that somebody stole something from you, okay, and it's destined to get its way back to you, and they're going to lose something in order to get it back to you because they stole it and they won't return it. So then the whole tower has to come down. So this person somewhere along the way, they changed into a monster. Okay. And they did things and they took things from you. And I think that's why it's all in the mist, because things are making their way back to you, but you can't see them. So then they don't get taken again, right? It has to stay veiled. These people are, whatever this energy is, it's very sick and it's very angry and it's very twisted, and it's already been exploiting most likely your personal thoughts. It really doesn't need to do any more damage. So the universe is kind of like, there is destruction about to go down, but please trust it, because it's God doing it. It's the higher energies doing it for a reason. Look at Mother Nature just showed up. Literally. God showed up and MOM showed up. Okay? The mother and the father of the heavens, basically. Okay? Of this world just showed up. So this is definitely, we're going above and beyond here. Okay? Getting this information here. Corpse. Okay. So it does kind of look like it's possible that somebody is about to pass away. Maybe that could be in the mist. They kind of look like a dead man walking. And with Santa, it's like this is a reward for somebody else, right? The monster of the story finally gives in to his injuries, finally succumbs to it and dies and keels over. It's something like that, because death is here and it's bloody. And I feel like there's a death spirit around them. I feel like somebody is kind of with them on their final hours or their final days or their final weeks, kind of getting them to wrap up their final business, okay? Because they're about to be thrown out like trash. I don't know who this is. I'm not sure what is waiting in the mist, but I do feel like Spirit has had an eye on these people that turned into monsters, and they've been watching them, okay? And they know that they treat people like trash, and they know that they are trash themselves, which is why they're doing what they're doing, right? They're not making moves because they're good people. They're making moves because they're monsters. And they change. They might change in the moonlight. They might change at night. Okay, suddenly turn into some type of nightmare, okay, which people have been known to do around the world, okay. I don't know, they just turn into some type of fucking psycho all of a sudden. I don't really know what happens. I don't know, it's like called like Twilight Syndrome or something like that, because they change as soon as the sun goes down. I don't know, it's fucking weird, okay, and it happens to people. Okay, so, oh yeah, what is that? It's called, if you ever seen the movie The Visit by M. Night Shyamalan, he says that the fucking grandma has that she's got some type of like Twilight Syndrome, he calls it, or Daylight Syndrome or something like that, and at night she literally is a whack job. Okay, so you might be dealing with somebody that very much treated you very poorly, and they are going through some type of psychosis at night, or their spouse is, and they change into another person and they start running around and peeing in corners, and I can see somebody ringing the doorbell all of a sudden, like it's like an OCD thing, like they have to ring the doorbell 300 times at 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that. It's like I feel like somebody has gone loco. And maybe that's what's in the mist. Like you can't see that because for the most part, people wouldn't talk about that. Okay, they're not going to talk about their spouse going crazy at night if they don't like you. Okay, so, but Spirit is watching. Spirit knows what's going on in this person's house, and they know that they're sick. Okay, they know they're sick. They know they're on their kind of like last bit of life. Okay, and they might just suddenly perish, okay, without any warning. Because this thing is kind of taken over them. So they might all of a sudden do something very dangerous, get up in the middle of the night and drive, crash their car. Okay, something like that could happen. It's all organized. It's to happen exactly the way it's going to happen. It's already been determined. I think it's already kind of been planned out. I don't know if this person continually does something in the middle. I feel like something happens at night with them. There's a lot of energy around the nighttime here. And then look at that, Girl Interrupted just showed up. That's third ear interference. So whoever this person is that you're dealing with, they are dealing with somebody who is fucking crazy. Okay, like loco, I just heard. Okay, so they might have had their little time in paradise treating you like shit. They are eating shit now. Okay, it is not a good time anymore. It's mimosa juice in reverse. It is not cheersing, good time, let's get drunk now. It's what have I done? 30 years later, I didn't understand that this person was a nightmare, was a psycho. I didn't know what was going on. And now they are in full-blown psychosis. Full-blown. Okay. Their partner is insane. Okay. The way that I see it. Or the way that Spirit showed me in my head. They're fucking insane. Okay. Then there's the sun. And then look at the sunshine. And then the tree comes out. So it's like during the day, they're fine. Okay, during the day, they're fine. But at night, they got something else going on. And obviously, yeah, see, there's the Book of Answers. And then, like, Mercy. So I almost feel like this person, or like whoever this is dealing with this crazy person at night, they don't have any answers, or maybe they do have answers. I don't feel like they're on any medication. I don't feel like, or if they are on medication, the medication is not working because it's like a mercy kill. I don't know. It's not good. Maybe people feel bad for them. But I don't really think this person is like talking about this. Like, yeah, my wife is crazy at night and she turns into another person and she starts running around like she's a gorilla or something like that. Okay. And there's the bouncer card. They've been asked to leave. Something is happening for you specifically. It's like maybe this person called you crazy your whole life and now they're actually insane themselves. Okay, these are timeless. This could have been something that was happening to you 40 years ago and now you haven't talked to this person for 30 years. They're like, I want to say, the way that I'm hearing it in my head is clinically insane. So, I feel like they've been diagnosed with something. They're not supposed to drink. They might drink those still, even though they're being told not to. I was talking to a lady the other day who her doctor specifically told her not to drink alcohol, and she sat at the bar and drank. And she goes, well, my doctor doesn't work here. And I was like, oh, God, girl. Like, how much do you hate yourself? Like, if your doctor says don't drink, it's probably not a good idea you drink. He's not saying it because he's trying to be a prick. He's saying it out of maybe health-wise, You might not want to do that. Okay. And it's like this person, you know, they hear this good advice or they hear what they're not supposed to do and they do it anyways. Like I think this is what this person has done their whole life. Like people have told them not to do things. People have told them, you know, not to sit under direct blah, blah, blah for radiation. They sat underneath it their whole life wondering why they're getting poisoned. Okay. But again, during the day, they seem to be fine. So they are insane at night and perfectly fine during the day. It's creepy. It's creepy. Okay. And like vampire, maybe that's why vampires are. They're like up all night and they sleep during the day. Maybe that's what it is. Because it's like their mind just won't stop. Maybe they're like sleepwalking, or maybe they're sleep eating, or I don't know. Something's going on at night though with them. Okay. And I feel like it's possible that they might just, oh my gosh, I saw this chicken wandering down the highway and I know which house it comes from. I don't know why these people don't lock their chickens up. But this chicken just decided to just walk down the highway and just miles and miles and miles away from its house. And I said to myself, that chicken's going for a walk, man. He may never find his way back, right? And I'm like, I just saw that chicken in my third eye. It was really nice. It was really pretty chicken. It was one of those ones that are black and have these little white dots, and then these red, I don't know, red tufts or something, and they're just really, really pretty chicken. They're really pretty. They're egg-laying chickens, you know? And I just got that chicken in my third eye. Like this person, you know, in the middle of the night, if their spouse isn't really taking it seriously, they might just walk outside and never come back and never be found again. I mean, they go crazy at night, right? And if they're not taking medication for it, or if they don't want to acknowledge that something is happening and they don't want to talk about it and they don't want anybody to know about it, they might just sacrifice their own spouse because they're too worried about what other people are going to think or what other people are going to say, or if other people are going to know that they're married to a crazy person that walks around in their underwear in the middle of the night. Plus, you know, some places, like some of these places, I mean, it gets freezing cold at night. Okay. So I don't know, man. I think this is somebody that you're dealing with, and whoever it is that you're dealing with, they have a crazy person on their hands. And this person, yeah, see, the alert is in reverse, which means whatever this crazy person decides to do in the middle of the night, nobody's going to be warned about it. And I think that's where they're going to possibly pass on or pass over, or, you know, change a state, right? Go from good to bad, you know, like finally be okay and then have to go to the psych ward or have to go somewhere where they're locked in, or this person's going to have to make sure that the bedroom doors are locked at night because, you know, mom keeps getting out. It's like something kind of fucking strange. And this person is because they're going delusional. Okay. So you're whoever this is, okay, whether you think maybe it's one of your parents, there's the fly on the wall. Spirit knows that somebody is delusional. Completely delusional, lost their mind. They don't know left from right. And it all happens at night. Okay. And like I said, it is a syndrome. It does happen. It is a real thing. But I don't think they want to go to the doctors. I don't think that they want anybody knowing about it. I think that they just think that it's their spouse going crazy or drinking too much, or right. And no, it's not. It's an actual thing, which almost makes me think like, so in The Conjuring, when the little girl gets up and starts walking around at night, they start taking pictures, and an orb is behind her, which means there's somebody walking her around, right? So if something is happening to somebody at night, it's most likely a spirit is walking them around. And if they're fucking with them at night like that and making them go outside or making them get into the car and drive around or some shit like that, that is a very evil spirit. Okay, that's not like a nice little friendly ghost. That's an Annabelle. That's a poltergeist. That's something. Okay, and obviously these people would not let you know about this. Okay, this is not advertising. This isn't, listen, your mom's going crazy. Listen, your grandma's going crazy. You might not even find out. Okay, that grandma's gone nuts, or that mom has lost her mind, or that dad is pissing himself at night and saying that he's getting taken by aliens. Okay, something fucked up is going on. And I think the reason why it's going on is because these people refuse to see the truth when the truth was going on. So now they're being so fucked with because it's God. I mean, God's the one that decides everything at the end. And, you know, there's, I mean, a lot of different sayings about that. I mean, God is just a representation of spirit. That's who whether or not he's an actual being up there, whether or not it is just a spiritual thing, like God is just a spirit. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to say for sure this is exactly how it is. I don't fucking know. But when I need him, I know he's around. And when I talk to Mother Nature, I know she's around. So whatever these beings are, they have witnessed this person losing their mind. Okay, I don't know if I've ever showed you this rock, but I was swimming in this lake last summer, and I like to pick up rocks in the water. I'm a rock girl. I picked these up from the lake the other day. I don't know. I pick up rocks, okay? And so I was swimming, and I felt this rock. So I picked it up, I cleaned it out, and then look at it. Look at the shape of it. And you know what I realized? It's from back in the day where they used to make arrows. And they used to have to make sharp things using rocks. This is a rock chipper. And look at somebody's perfect finger just lines, like it lines up with your finger perfectly to chip bow and arrows and to chip rock. So do you know how old this fucking thing is? It's probably centuries old, laying in the bottom of a lake. And I just picked it up one day. Because I like to, like I said, I like to run my hands through the sand sometimes and pick up things that are under there. It's so creepy. I don't know why I do it. But I find treasures all the time. So that might just be for somebody who thinks that we just landed here. This thing makes it seem like we did not just get here. Okay, we have been here for a while. And I know that a lot of museums are filled with artifacts that don't exist and things that people have just made to make it look like we have history. This is history. This is history right here. This should be in a museum. Okay, it's never going to be. Isn't that fucked though? So we've been around for a long time, people. Long time. I'm a little bit tired and I'm having a really hard time right now with my mouth. But surprisingly, I haven't gotten a migraine today. I've been having back-to-back migraines like a motherfucker for the last couple of weeks because of the energy and the weather and my mouth. I'm having some oral issues. So I am on some painkillers today, so it's not really bothering me that much. But I'm going to do one more reading, and then I'm most likely going to go pass out because I'm super tired right now. So thanks for being here, everybody. And like I said, I went live on Instagram today, and I'm going to do that every now and then, you know, because it'll bring out different energy over there, obviously, as, you know, different energy here, different energy over there. And TikTok is bothering me to go live there as well. So I might start, I don't know, branching out a little bit. So make sure you're on all platforms, people, so you don't miss any readings, okay? All right, last one. Here we go, people. Hope you're having a marvelous week. Okay. So I definitely feel like somebody is about to get freedom from something that has possibly been hurting them for a while and kind of holding them back, something possibly stored in their memory. Okay. It's like a bunch of ghosts. They're going to be freed from your mind. Okay. There could be a very wise energy around you that is trying to help you clear your mind or clear your memory, so then you can make new memories, so then you can make new picture perfect moments in your head and get some of this old bullshit out of there. Okay. and start concentrating on the good things. Okay, the things that you have, the things that you're striving for, the things that you want to go towards, not this, well, this happened in the past, and this happened in the past, and this happened in the past, and I don't know what happened here, but that happened, and I know that happened, I know I got fucked over here. It's like merging into the future and making an active choice to get into the energy right now. Okay, that's a huge shift of consciousness, of constantly being in the past to, holy shit, I am right here. I am in the now. I couldn't be any more in this moment right now. Okay. And people have fear in that. There's great fear in living in the moment. Okay. Because some people feel like they're going to lose control of themselves if they're in the moment. So they keep themselves trapped in the past, or they keep themselves trapped in something, right? So then they can't fully experience what they're in, because maybe they are sober now and they don't know a life of sobriety. They don't know how to live in the moment. They don't know how to just exist without creeping triggers and trauma and, well, you got to do this, you got to do that. And, you know, you're going to have a drink, and you're going to have to stabilize yourself here because, you know, these ghosts are coming back. And like, what if this happens? What if this happens? And, you know, like to constantly choose to shift your energy into the now leaves all of those voices behind. Okay, because everybody knows that, like, you can't control everything. You can try, but like, good luck. Okay, you can't control everything that happens. But you can shift yourself into releasing yourself into freedom of losing control and not knowing what happens as a good thing. Okay, because when you need to know what happens, that means you've survived some type of trauma, and now you don't want anything coming out of the blue anymore. You don't want to get hit left field. You want to know what's going to happen all the time, but that's impossible. You can't always know what's going to happen. Okay, so to release your memory is to give space now for the new. As someone's been just, and I can hear alert status red. They've just been alerted way too much. Like, they're just on their fucking toes just too much. Okay, they're constantly alerted to things all around them. Okay, and yes, there's certain phases of your life where you need to be alerted at all times of exactly what the fuck is going on around you. You need to have eyes on the back of your head. But other times, if you're not living on the streets or in the ghetto, you know, maybe you could be just okay in the moment, because nothing is going to happen, because you're not living where you used to, because you're not in the energy where you used to be. You're in this new energy, right? But it's hard to acclimate to that new energy. Okay. I was going to say acclimate and algorithm together, so I'm not sure what word I actually said, but I wanted to say acclimate. If I said it weird, because I was trying to put two words together, because that's what my brain does. I don't know why. Okay, let go. Damn right. Let go. Let go of these old memories. Let go of these old ghosts. Okay, let this new wisdom in. Okay. I don't think you have to be so on alert anymore. You know, I really think that's a part of the past. Like, it's not going to happen like that anymore. That's done and over with. Beyond, yeah. See, someone's got to shift into this new energy of really seriously letting go. I don't know if you dance, but I love dancing. Okay, even singing, dancing, it's liberating to release your muscles and to relax and to just move with the music. Music can bring you back alive again. Okay, music has been here to save people's lives. Okay, music has been here for centuries to save people. Literally, I feel like not just the artists, but the people who listen to. Okay, so let go, dance, leave these old memories behind, make a choice to be in this new energy now and transform. I think the bad is done, okay? And even if there have been things that have happened and you think, well, maybe if I had paid attention more, it wouldn't have happened. Honestly, things happen in your life, so then it's almost like saying you don't do them again, right? And some people have to take that hit, and some people have to take that sacrifice for you to learn that lesson that you're never going to do something again. But until you learn the hard way, sometimes I find you will continue to fuck up until you finally get burnt. Okay, you get burned for a reason, and so then you fucking stop putting your hand on something you're not supposed to. Okay, stop going into the past where you get burned. Okay, where suddenly everything starts getting fucked up, right? You need to go into the future now. Plus, if there's like somebody who has passed away, I feel like they're telling you got to move on. Like, you have to live in the now. Like, they're the ones that are dead. They're the ones that are gone. They're the ones that, it was their time. It's not your time to live in their death. It's not your time to dwell in their release of life, right? You need to live and just know that they're always with you. They're always going to be chilling with you. They're always going to be talking to you. You want to see your friend? Talk to them. That's all you had to do, okay? And your friend is there with you. Trust me. Dead ones don't leave you. They're always around you, okay? So there's the create. So I feel like somebody is being told by spirit to resurrect themselves and start creating again, okay? To release the past and create in the future. Create for the future. And resurrect yourself. Feel good about yourself. Feel good about your body. Okay, even if you're a little flabby, who gives a fuck? Okay, honestly, who cares? You're never going to be super skinny with a six-pack anymore if you're in your 40s or 50s, okay? You could probably get there if you busted your fucking ass, but let's face it, does anybody really have time to do that other than the celebrities? No, okay? So, take what your mama gave you, okay? You got a little junk in the trunk. Like, I can kind of see, look, she's not fat by any means, but you can definitely tell she's got a little, couple of little pockets of gold there, okay? And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You're never going to be perfect. Even this girl. I love these cards, Everybody's filled out. Everybody's plump. Everybody's, looking good and healthy, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so if you think, I'm not going to be good enough or, no, you're fine, okay? It's all a state of mind. And I'm in a new state of grace. Honestly, Slain keeps haunting my mind right now, and it's in the best way possible. Metaverse. After we fall, we evolve with our dreams, okay? People are evolving, okay? And your dreams are evolving. You're evolving. That's why you have to let the past go. You have to free yourself from it, okay? And create. And enjoy it. Because as much as you have it and as much as you can create it, it can be gone just like that. Okay? Look at that union. And higher self with blueprint. Nicely done. Okay. So I definitely feel like somebody is creating something new. Okay? And it is a collaboration, or can be a collaboration with more than one person if that's what it wants to be. Okay, but somebody is evolving to a higher state of mind, to a higher state of grace, to a higher state. Okay, and that's where you find unconditional love, people. Okay, and I think this new thing that you're about to create in this metaverse is something that it's going down in history. You know what I mean? Like this rock. It's going down in history. This is history. This is weird shit. And I can tell why they stopped using it, because it was starting to chip up here. So eventually the rock was going to disintegrate, so they would have just thrown it away. Okay, it's a piece of fucking history. You're creating a piece of history. Whether it's just for you, whether it's for other people to enjoy, it doesn't fucking matter. Okay? Oof. Yeah, so there's definitely something about being comfortable in your body, being comfortable with your sexuality, being comfortable in what you were given, in the suit that you were given. If you want to change it, but just know it's going to take work. If you're willing to put in the work, you can do anything you fucking want. Okay? So, I don't know, listen to the new Slain album. I believe it's called New State of Grace. Oh, I love that man so much. Oh, my love for him will last forever. All right, people. So, I hope that resonated. All right. Obviously, you know, it's general messages, so it's not going to resonate with everybody. So welcome to all the new people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. From old Connecticut up here in the woods, in the backcountry, coming live. Hope it resonated. Okay. whitneymoonshine@gmail.com for all personal readings. And make sure you send your telepathic questions into this girl, so then we can read your messages for you when you're ready. Okay. Yeah, I should be back tomorrow. And then I might be gone for a few days. But I'll be back tomorrow. All right, people. So keeping it a little short, although they have been kind of under an hour these days. So until I get my oral surgery, I can't come on for very long. So anyways, peace out. Have a wonderful day. Rock'em sock'em. And Whitney Moon will be back when she's back. All right. Peace out, y'all. Thank you, moderators, for being here and kicking ass. But I'm in a new state.